podcast. Walk with me. Let it rock. That's right. Wanting to be heard in the black man's world, simple. They're complicated, just relax and observe. Breaking down of our families, restructured communities. To wake up and see only your losers are free. Your enemy is your memory. We at your door, black mail delivery. Your enemy is your memory. We at your door, black mail delivery.
Oh my God! I'm like, yo, if you don't put some bass in your voice, man, that dude, man. First of all, you 25 feet from the basket and you're taking a straight beeline to the hoop.
Right.
You're not fouled every time you miss.
Not at all.
Like, come on, bro.
I mean, let's at least intro the show. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy TallShon. TS is who I am.
That is who I am.
And we are motherfucking back. This is the Black Male Podcast. I don't know what episode. I think it's 140.
He said we bleepity bleep back.
We back, yo.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah,
beautiful
man.
thing.
We got a lot to discuss. We got a lot going on.
Better than ever.
But I want to definitely say shout out to my Detroit Pistons. They played their ass off. He's a Knicks fan, as everyone knows.
They have nothing to be ashamed of.
And you know I'm a Pistons fan. We took them to game 6. It was looking spooky. Now I know a lot of Knicks fans was looking like, yo, this is a little spooky dookie right now.
Nah, I won't worry about it.
You want word?
Any game within 5 points with 3 minutes on the clock,
Jalen Brunson is
I ain't worried about Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson going to do it.
I used to joke about it, but now, just forget about it.
I ain't going to even lie to you.
I don't even know what's wrong with this guy.
We tried to hurt him.
Y'all did, and he still cooked.
He's still cooked. He's still cooked.
Let me say this for anyone that sees this part of the show. I want to say this. It's a good feeling when a fan can be realistic about what goes on the court.
Oh, yeah.
The Detroit Pistons play rugby.
Oh, we was putting belt their ass on him.
That is not basketball, bro. And they have the audacity to say Jalen Brunson is always flopping.
He was though.
He flopped a couple times.
Quite a few times.
That's because y'all was kicking his ass. He said,
I'm not mad at what he was doing.
I got to get some of these people fouled out, bro.
No, he had to get some of it back. No, it was one foul that Dennis Schroeder ain't even touch him. And they called a foul. And I was like, oh, this is shenanigans. And then right after that, Dennis Schroeder pretty much put him to the board. I said, yeah, he got that foul on purpose.
Okay, so who do you think leads the NBA in playoff scoring without free throws?
I mean, I get it.
So, I mean, I don't understand.
I get it.
The foul bait. Look at SGA. SGA falls over when people fall.
That shit is crazy.
But nobody ever says anything about that guy.
No, they do. They've been shitting on him kind of crazy. The fans even yelling at. Even the fans even be saying it during the game. He smiled at the fans when they was calling him a foul baiter, and he just smiled, and then got another foul right after that shit.
I seen SGA fall just...
Bro, SGA throw his leg out, and they ain't even touch you, and they call a foul. That's how you know when the league has their people that they're choosing. I'll give Jalen Brunson, he needed to do that. Because we was doing too much on him.
And he's the smallest guy on the floor. He's trying to get in
the crazy thing is, when he was out the game, we go up. As soon as he come back in the game, it's like, God damn it, this little nigga, bro.
Well, it's people don't.
And then that hype up Mikal Bridges, and then what's that other Peyton? Then it hypes his ugly ass up. When Brunson get going, now you got Peyton going. All of a sudden he make a 3 now, and now he talking shit. He running down the court doing it. Oh, nigga, you want campaign? Yeah, nigga, you 1 for 10. Nah. But you over here.
Well, he cooked y'all one game.
He did. He had like 20-something.
The problem with teams, and I say this when people go superstar chasing, that's why superstar chasing don't work. When you get a superstar, it depletes your bench. This is what makes the Boston Celtics so good. They got at least 3 people off the bench that can give you 30.
Right.
And we don't even know what their names are. I mean, we might know because we watch. But the average person don't know who Peyton Pritchard is.
That's a fact.
But Peyton
Pritchard is nice. He will cook.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they have those kind of things coming off the bench. And then Al Horford is still there.
Oh, my God.
He's 105 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying a lot of teams don't think about...
He look good out there, Paul.
A lot of teams don't look at these intricate pieces. Even with the Pistons, with Stewart was hurt.
Yeah, that hurt us.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That hurt us.
He was hurt. So that, and
I'm
still got Jaden Ivey.
I'm gonna keep it a band. I am not a I hate this nickname. I'm not a beef stew fan like that. But I realized this series how important he is. How important he is to our team.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of shit that people was
talked
doing
about it before.
that he'd have wiped that away.
Before the season, we talked about it. You were saying you don't think they can win without him. Then he got hurt the next game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Durant, I think, played actually way better than I thought he would.
No, he played way better.
I mean, he's built like a linebacker, though. He's just tall. He's a tall linebacker.
And he could that pick and roll alley-oop to dunk pass. That dunk pass.
That's all because of Cade, though.
Yeah. But you gotta have a big with hands. Cause you throwing it in an awkward place. That dunk pass, it's awkward. It's two people right there.
Though, but I'm like, bro, you like 7 feet tall with hands the size of feet, and you can't catch a basketball.
There's a lot of cats that can't do it.
No,
you know it.
I know.
It's a lot of them that can't do it, which is weird.
One of them. That just makes me mad.
Yes.
Unless it's an offensive rebound, you're dropping that joint.
Bro, he missed a pass to a lay during the game. I was like, all right, I see why Trey be ready to.
Why they pass him the ball though? Because the playoffs, B.
It's the playoffs. You got to be able to score.
No, you just ain't getting the ball. You can't catch it.
Yeah, and they didn't pass it to him no more after he missed that one pass.
He's on the court to play defense.
I watched every single game, and I ain't see that. They stopped giving that nigga the ball, son. It was like, yo, get it off the board.
They had to.
Get it off the board. We went straight into sports talk, but fuck. Oh, okay, sports talk is the first thing anyway.
This is a good year. This playoffs, I think, was a good
Yo, it's
year.
been the best first round series to me.
Yeah, I think it's been good because you look at it, the Denver and the Clippers was competitive.
Competitive. They just finished up.
There's only maybe one or two series that wasn't competitive. Like Miami Heat don't belong here.
Nah.
Memphis Grizzlies don't belong here. That coach got fired for nothing. It was not the coach's fault.
For no reason at all, son.
Yeah, so the Grizzlies and the Miami Heat, they don't belong here.
Is it time for Pat Riley to step down?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I don't think it's
because I know you're a Pat supporter.
I'm still a Pat supporter. It's just things went too far.
Okay.
Things went too far.
It was ego driven, man.
Well, it's always ego driven when you're a GM.
Okay.
But when it stops working, that's when it's time to stop.
Okay.
Because even when you're ego driven, it's a level of realism that has to be there.
Right.
It's like if you're an artist, you love your craft. There's a certain level of ego to things you put out.
That's a fact.
But sometimes you still need to listen to people
right.
that make suggestions.
Right.
Pat Riley's is at a point to where people don't respect him the same either.
Nah, they don't.
Jimmy Butler wouldn't have done that shit 10 years ago.
No.
This is Pat Riley.
Yeah, it's Pat Riley. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but goddamn, nigga, you about 80.
Just go sit in the office, bro.
But I hear you though, but
it's the competitive nature too. It's that competitive nature. Because if I owned a team or if I was a GM of a team, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be on the court, dog. I'm first row right behind the coach. And that's gonna be bad. I don't need to be behind the coach.
But you got people that don't even get paid that still will always coach an AAU team.
That's a fact.
Because it's a part of them.
I mean, think about Shaq. Shaq working over there at that school. He not getting paid for that.
Yeah, I mean, you just love the game, man. It's
He's not getting paid for that at all.
What do you do when the people stop cheering? You just love it, man. Pat Riley just loves being competitive, man, but he needs to step down. Spoelstra's a good coach.
Yeah, right.
But you just got to get the pieces, man.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I would be shocked if Pat Riley don't own a piece of the Miami Heat.
He does own a piece.
He does? Okay.
That's why he left the Knicks, because the Knicks wouldn't give him a piece.
Go to ownership group. Go sit down. Move Eric Spoelstra up to GM coach, or somebody he had to be grooming these past couple of years and let them coach.
Nah, I don't think Spoelstra should coach them anymore either.
Yep. I'm thinking the same thing. I think he should go GM. Still be in the office.
I think he's a Hall of Fame level coach.
No, I think so too.
But he started young.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He was in the film room.
Well, you got to look at it too. Brad Stevens left coaching to go to the GM as a young man.
Yep.
And Brad Stevens is younger than what Spoelstra is.
Yes, he is.
So, and I think you need more young blood in these GM positions because I think a lot of these old guys, football as well. I don't keep up with baseball, so I'm not gonna say baseball.
Right.
Football and basketball.
Baseball's a whole different.
I think these older minds just need to go and let these younger guys figure it out. Coaches as well. Because you look at a lot of these young
because you're
coaches,
still trying to live on what the past was.
You're still telling me what used to work.
Right. Yep.
You're still
we
telling
did it
me
this way.
How we used to do it.
We did it this way. I hate when people say that. We did it this way. That shit don't work today, nigga. That shit don't work.
Well, let's try this way, and maybe we can incorporate both ways and make something work.
Right.
But when you look at the young coach, especially in basketball, look at the Rockets coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got them boys cooking.
Bro, they going to Game 7.
Yeah.
Game 7. Warriors.
I told somebody Steph Curry need to retire, and I told Ski. I'll call him out. I told Ski Steph Curry need to retire. He wanted to argue me about it, man.
I think it's time. I'm
saying,
tired of seeing
I wasn't
him.
saying
I'm
to
tired
be
of seeing
nasty.
LeBron. I'm ready for y'all niggas to get up out
Not
of here,
even
fam.
that, bro. But you had a game when you had 3 points against the Rockets, man.
Bro,
You just had a game when you were 1 for 12.
look what you just said. He went.
That's
3
it,
points
bro.
against the Rockets. LeBron ain't scoring the fourth, and they made
It's
that a
time to
highlight.
go.
It's like, yo, bro, go ahead, go to the crib, bro.
When you start
Take
doing
it to the
that,
house. Go play with Zuri. Go watch her. Yo, Steph, go play with your daughter is tall as hell now. Go train her. Like, just go do something else,
Your
bro.
wife already says you ain't holding it down, my nigga. Just go ahead and handle your business, B. Put it down, say. It's just crazy.
He about
1 for
tired of her.
12?
He tired of her anyway.
That's why he's still playing. He don't want to be old.
He tired of her.
He don't want to be old.
Yo, he was talking to the little light skinned reporter. She come popping up and kissed him on his neck with her lipstick. It's like, why you leaving your mark?
Yo, you
man?
know what's funny, man? Women love to say how a man ain't putting it down no more. This now, whatever. They never think
Take
that
it back.
maybe he's not as attracted to you anymore.
You ain't doing nothing to make me feel like I want to
You know
fuck
what I'm
with
saying?
you.
They never think, and I'm not saying this to beat up on women. Sometimes
Nah,
men
fuck
think
that.
one-sided as well, but
Right.
we're not talking about us right now. We're talking about y'all.
Yo, right.
They just be like, he don't get up no more. I mean,
Man, put that little thing on that I like to see you in or something.
so
Yo, when we jump in this limo, just top it off.
Bruh.
Let the driver drive. Put the work in right quick for
they
me.
just walk in the room.
I got 200 M's, yo, 300 M's over here.
Yo, she probably wearing that same raggedy T-shirt from college.
Fucking moo.
Talking about, let's do it.
That bum ass moo.
She got the moo-moo.
The moo ain't even fly no more. You ain't even naked under the moo no
man,
more.
she got the
She got the big drawers on under the moo and a bra.
She got the drawers from TikTok.
Bitch, I'm about to go for a ride. I'll call it for a ride. I'm
Yeah,
out.
I'll
I'm
be
in the
back
car. I'll be
tomorrow.
back in a little bit, yo.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I thought I was gonna retire. I'm gonna play one more.
I'm going to work out.
Yeah,
'Cause this is
play
what
one
I got to
season.
deal with? Nah, fam.
And then LeBron got hurt last game.
He did.
Yo,
He hurt, bro.
Pack him up, son.
Pack him up, B. Pack him up.
up,
As someone
man.
that's 44, and I'm looking at LeBron, it's like, yo, what you doing? Great, bro. I remember at 40, I had knee surgery. Like, yo, bro, just go ahead and pack it up, B. Like, just go ahead and take it to the crib. Go play with Zuri. She plays, what she play now? What's that shit called? Volleyball. She in volleyball right now.
That's what's up.
Like, go watch your daughter grow, bro. You ain't get to watch your boys grow. Go watch your daughter grow.
I think a lot of people are scared to be home.
Because it's a new normal.
Yeah,
if you're a
it's different.
professional,
Like some people can't wait to do it.
think about us. If we were in a, you know what I mean, a super profession where we traveled a lot, we made a whole lot of money, we was always shaking and baking, always moving and grooving, and then all of a sudden that you at the crib. I think what's his name? Lou Will said this. He said this best. He said, we're gone majority of the time. He's like, we're gone. When we're never really home. We only home during the summer. We play house and then we out again. He said, so then when you no longer doing that and then that money ain't coming in no more, you no longer doing that, the same amount of money ain't coming in, and you look at, and now y'all together and you like, I don't even know you.
Yeah, you're a millionaire to 1,000 there.
Yup. You're like, I don't even, but then I don't know the girl. I don't even know you. But then now you got to cut her shopping habit off because she done been shopping all these years. And it's like, yo, now you're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different for Steph and LeBron. That's a different
We got to
situation.
downsize this house too.
Right. Yep. It's a different for LeBron and Steph. LeBron's a billionaire. Steph, I think he's damn near close. They own shoe empires. They got a lot of business going on. So it's a little different for them. They're gonna still keep moving. Ain't no need to be hooping.
Well, look, let me throw this in the air since you brought up Lou Williams, man. Lou Williams and Jamal Crawford, right?
Uh-huh.
Some of the best 6 men ever.
Yes.
What the fuck kind of waters they drinking, man?
Well, yeah. Why?
Both of these niggas look just like they look like when
Bro,
was in college,
they still look the same, bro.
The fuck is they drinking, man?
And they both still hooping.
What kind of sea moss they taking, man?
You know what it is, bro?
That shit is crazy.
It's no
And
stress.
Lou Will came straight out of high school.
It's no stress.
Ever?
But I'm not gonna say ever, but if you look at them right now, they still at the pinnacle of their life. There's no stress.
I think Lou Williams never had no stress though. When he started telling stories, I'm like, okay.
He was a kid.
No, this is what I'm saying. This one of the funny stories I heard him say. He said he hung out one night and got so drunk that he ended up like waking up going straight to the game. And he tried to play and he was fucking up.
Right.
And he told Doc, yo, I can't do it. Doc said, yo, I'm gonna make you play the whole quarter and sweat that bullshit out.
Yeah, because I need you in the fourth.
Yeah, he said he dropped like 20 in the fourth. Son, you different, man.
Yo, dog. Think about Jamal Crawford, son. How nice he was. He regret letting them put him to the bench because he was like, dude, I've been a career starter. Then all of a sudden, I wanted to be a team guy, and I went to the bench, and then I've been a bench player ever since then.
To average 40,
but I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Still, the average 40 is a 40-year-old in any summer league. I don't care what league it is. It's diabolical, bro.
Well, he said his last game as an NBA player, he scored 60.
Yeah, and then he couldn't go on the
that?
roster the next year. Come on, man. Like the Knicks couldn't have used him again.
Bro, it's a couple teams could have used him.
Buckets in the playoffs? The niggas ain't playing no defense no more either.
He could have went to town. Everybody's scared of him.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared of him.
But he literally plays no defense, though.
Nah.
Let's not act like he's the only one.
There's quite a few of them.
Luka is the worst ever in the history of the game of basketball.
Somebody put up Luka before American food and Luka after American food. And I was like, oh, shit.
Well, when you look at the guys,
all them
a lot of
flavors.
these guys that been playing pro since like 14, 15.
It's like, bro, I've been playing a lot of basketball, especially overseas. Overseas, you'd be shocked. Like, you'll literally be on a team with a 15-year-old and you're looking at this little motherfucker like, but then this little motherfucker is 6'8", 15.
But I'm saying to say Luka was probably in shape maybe the first 2 years in the league.
Yeah, he was. Because he was dunky. Remember, he can't dunk, man.
He ain't been in shape since then. Mm-mm. Can't dunk. Oh, God.
He could barely get off the ground.
Look at Joker. Joker wasn't fat when he first came to the league.
No, he wasn't.
Man, Joker eat donuts at halftime, man.
But he playing better than he was when he first came in the league, too.
No, he got better.
He playing way better. Bro, nobody can fuck with him. It's weird, dog.
Nah.
I look at his game and I be like, what the fuck is it? But
he's smart.
He's smart. His footwork.
Smart.
You look at his
Yeah,
feet. His feet is always moving and is moving in a manner. Like, so I've been training my son. So I've been training Lil Sean. I've been training Jordan Poole too. We just realized Jordan Poole is actually lefty with his jump shot. Because he's ambidextrous.
That's my guy.
But he tried to shoot right with his right hand. That's what he's comfortable with. And it goes weird every time. Yeah. So I said, Vaughn,
well, at that age,
switch to your left.
Yeah.
And Sean looking at him. Sean said, boy, just shoot with your left. He keep trying to go back right. It's like, bro, shoot with your left.
You need to watch Jalen Brunson.
So he a lefty. Because his mama a lefty. His mama a lefty. Davon has natural, it's weird, bro. He has natural athletic gifts. He just got to figure it out. Sean, he's going to have to work a little more. So he's close to dunking now. So he on that mode where he's touching the rim. So he was like that. So he goes to the gym with me.
How old is he now? About 13?
No, Sean 14. He's 14. He'll be 15 this year.
They dunking backwards at 14. He behind the curve.
He behind the curve. That's what I'm saying.
He on the curve we had.
Right. Back in the day.
Touching rim at 14 was special.
Special, right.
Nah,
now
they doing the East Bay at 14.
Bro, they getting crazy. They getting spooky at 14. But I'm watching, because he started so late with basketball. He started super late. And you know these kids don't go outside. So we in the gym working on your calves, working on different leg joints and different stuff. And then I'm having them jump off the ball, hands in the air, like, you know, the medicine ball jump up. Okay. So he's doing a bunch of different things. So he went to touch the rim the other day, right? Thinking he was gonna get up there, you know, just a regular one hand. He went up there two hand and grabbed it with ease. He looked at me. I said, "You finally getting it?
It's a good feeling.
You finally getting it." I said, "But you still got to get tough." This one dude we was at the court working out, right? So I told him to step off. Let me work with Davon 101. The guy was watching us. He told him, and which I thought was dope. But Sean told me later. He said, "Hey, you better be lucky that you got your dad out here working with you, and he's giving you stuff that I had to figure out on my own, and I'm pretty sure your dad had to figure out on his own." He said, "So don't take that for granted. Whenever he tell you to do, you do that, and you do it like you go hard at it." He like lectured my son on the side. So we got in the car and dude was like, "All right, man, take it easy, bro." I said, "You do the same, man. I'll see you again out here." We done seen him out here a couple times. So we get to the house. Sean said, "Yeah, Dad, he kind of lectured me." I said, "Word, what did he say?" And he told me what he said. I said, "What you thought about that?" He said, "I agree with him." He was like, "That's why I listened." And he made sense. And he was like, and then he said, "Thank you for wanting to help." And then he asked me, "Who trained you?" I said, "Not a soul." I said, "I learned everything from watching TV and just going out there and trying stuff and working out and then picking up from my coaches. When I had a coach that told me something that worked, I took that. I just took pieces from every place. And I said, unlike y'all, I said, bro, we play basketball everywhere. We went across the town. We went over here. We went over there. We was always hooping. Yeah. So you learn by being out there in the trenches and then coming in our backyard, and then my mama gave us a goal we had to put up on our own, and then just working it.
Shit, we used to go on tour, man. You play here,
bro.
Then you go play at this court,
bro.
Get you some chicken wings, your fried rice,
and now we up the
then
block.
Go play another court.
Yup, bro.
Yeah.
Dog, when I lived in Detroit, we used to go from the alley behind our building. Then there was a young boy around the corner who was lucky enough had a basketball goal in his backyard. We was young, bro. We were 8, 9, going to his backyard. Mm-hmm. Then we'll go across because we lived on the west side. We'll go to the east side, hoop with them east side niggas, get into some fights, ride our bikes back across to the west side and hoop again. And then when I moved down south, dog, I'm a little town. My mom made sure always basketball goal in the backyard. Y'all work, boom. And then we'll go across town, ride our bikes across town. We learn in the areas and we hooping. Like, you just hoop. And then when I started driving, dog, I was from Myrtle Beach. I took my boys to my old court that I used to play at in Myrtle Beach. Yeah. It's still there. It's still up. It still looked damn near the same. They just did the ground over a little bit. They still got you remember the round backboards with the oval top? Yeah. They still got the oval top backboards, dog. Yeah. You don't see that. Everybody got the square joints now. The round top backboards, that was the middle school backboards. Dog, we was like, so I'm showing them that, and then I took them to a couple other places in Myrtle Beach that we used to go hoop at, and it was funny, bro. It was cats out there still hooping. It was even at the Myrtle Beach court. A guy came up and he was like, "Yo, that's you, Sean?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, what's going on? Man, I ain't see you in years, man." And then he started telling my boys how we used to play out here, and he was like, "Man, your dad was a high riser." Like, and I was like, "Yo," and I'm sitting there like, "All right, that's what's up, big nigga up in front of my kids. I appreciate that." But it was just dope going back to old places and seeing that. The kids don't do that these days.
Well, even on another level deeper than that, like I say to a lot of single mothers that I know, is like those are the development of your social skills.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. We were kids, we didn't realize that.
No.
It's like you got certain people that can't be coached.
Right.
They become adults.
Right.
And they can't maintain employment.
That's so can.
You know what I'm saying? They can't stay focused on one thing.
Right.
They can't be instructed. You know what I'm saying? They can't.
No, you're right.
They can't be mentored.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of development. Just even being able to hoop. You know, like we used to grow up hooping in different places. Yep. Like you're meeting people from all areas,
all over the place.
And yeah, sometimes there's tension. Sometimes you might have to defend yourself.
Yeah, I think that's part of growth.
Well, it's all in developing your character.
Yeah.
This is why a lot of young people, they have issues when they get 17, get 18. They didn't have this development up until that.
You're right.
And it's harder now for us as parents, even when my son is grown, because most of us live somewhere where there's not really a community.
Nah, I agree.
You know, you do your best to keep the kids active, but it's just not the same.
It's not no community. I could definitely say trying to live in a decent neighborhood and stuff like that, and keep your kids around certain situations. There's no real community out here. Like,
I don't even think it's the neighborhood anymore, because any neighborhood,
right?
When you go by the court, ain't nobody
it's
there.
Empty, bro.
The court I grew up playing on, they got glass backboards, like the fiberglass backboards.
Uh-huh.
They got the ground painted, all that shit.
Nice.
Ain't nobody out there.
That's like the one I go to around the corner from here. They call it the green court, bro. That court nice as I don't know what. Nobody be out there. That's why I'm able to train them outside. Right. But I will say the big park up the block here where I live at, that should stay packed. But it be some garbage though. But you get your shit off with some garbage.
If you ain't hooping, that you might as well not be there.
It'd be like 5 cats that's actually good sprinkled in there. Like when I go out there and hoop, they're like, "Yo, OG." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm hooping." Bro, you're not going hard. I go hard when I go to the gym on Saturdays in Raleigh because they be like hooping. Like you got to play. But you gonna get abused. Like that's the bad part. You're gonna get abused. But I agree. I think the development is different these days when it comes to sports and stuff like that. Let's jump quickly, but not a lot, into NFL draft. You know what I'm saying? I think as more and more things happen, that's been going on, the Shador situation, I think is an overblown conversation. Is it a necessary conversation? No, I'm gonna say no. It's not, I don't even think it's a necessary conversation. I'll say this though:
the parts of it that might be a necessary conversation,
right,
aren't the parts people are talking about.
No, I'll say this though: it's right. I saw how even you brought this up, and how Cam Ward was like, "Yo, bro, I'm just want to play football," and how we highlight that as like the best thing ever because this means they even said this means he's humbled, he's He's understanding what he want. That he's understanding that the football is the goal and that's the only goal. While Shador is like, yo, I got my hands in multiple different things. That's a bad thing. That's what's been highlighted as of late. Because you got your hands in multiple different things, that's a bad thing.
More so for the fact that he rap. They still look at rappers like that's some heathen behavior. And that quarterback, that's the leader of their franchise, can't do any kind of hip-hop stuff or any partying or any throwing money in the air.
Right.
The stuff he been doing since a kid. Doesn't mean he's a bad kid. He's a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world is different. There needs to be adjustments. You know, I mean, I say this, and people argue with me, and my question was, when you look at him playing college, does he look like a generational quarterback to you that's going to walk to a franchise and change the complexity of a team? Mm-hmm. I said no. I don't see that.
I get it.
Definitely? You would definitely have him starting on your team as a rookie?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's debatable. So if you can't
Anything
defend
is debatable.
Because
I didn't think Cam Ward was is a franchise quarterback. He's bounced around to multiple different schools. He didn't really change a school that he went to. Yeah, it's Miami. Miami is going to have every single weapon there is. You got old boy went to Colorado, didn't have an offensive line. We watched that nigga for 2 years get destroyed. And every single receiver he thrown to is now in the NFL. Someone had to get them the ball. I mean, someone had to get them the ball, bro.
But that doesn't make you...
And he threw it into their spots.
That doesn't make you... Look, analyzing the quarterback is the toughest thing to do from college to pro. I'm saying it because I remember a quarterback named Andre Wood.
Right.
That broke every passing record known to man.
Right.
As an NFL quarterback, he was one of the worst that ever started.
Tom Brady was the bottom of the draft.
Tom Brady didn't even play in college. He was a 6th-round pick.
I know. He played. He played a little bit.
That don't even count. They didn't have enough for you to get footage.
And now look at him.
I mean, that's why I'm saying. Why is everybody tripping? Because he got drafted in the 5th round.
I agree. I don't have a problem.
If he could perform, he'll go out there and perform.
Right.
The game is no different from when you do things career-wise and you don't get a position that you know you qualify for, overqualified for, and they hire that person because he fit the mold.
Right.
I got certain things in my past that stop me from getting certain things, whether it's fair or not. To me, it's irrelevant. That's why this whole thing with him, I'm like, yo, if they don't like his personality, they cannot draft him for that.
Right.
Sports has always been that way.
Yes, that's a fact.
Is it fair? Okay, what about life is fair?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the real world, young man. Only difference was you and a person like me.
But we never heard him complain.
He's not, because that's not his style.
Right. It's everybody else that's on the outside looking in complaining.
Deion not even complaining. Nope. Deion is more so like, why y'all doing my child like this?
Right. Right.
What?
But that's how you know it's a Sanders issue. Because even like the footage of Shiloh getting cooked by AB. But
who don't?
But then they dropped then someone's like, no, let's drop all of the footage. Then you got Shiloh actually defended AB well. And it was him in high school. It wasn't even in college.
I don't think Shiloh's that good. I just don't.
I like him.
I don't think he's that good. You know
He'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
Be fine doing
I
what?
think he'll be fine. As a DB, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's going to be a nickelback.
He'll be fine. That's what I'm saying. He'll be fine.
I ain't say he was ass. I just said I don't think he that good. You know what I'm saying? Because people that speak of him, I can tell they don't watch football.
Why you say that?
Because they was like, oh, man, Shiloh ain't get drafted either. Nigga, I
didn't think he was going to get drafted either. Nah, I didn't think he was going to get drafted.
That's how I know you don't watch football.
I thought when we talked, I thought he got drafted because it was so quick after the draft that he signed a deal.
They knew they was going to get him.
So, and then when you think about it, it's so many players, especially positional players like that.
It's a money thing.
It's a lot of them that get drafted right after the draft. They always get a contract right after. And that's better for you anyway because there were free agency changes. It's a lot of shit changes for you.
There's always an undrafted cornerback, undrafted safety.
Yep. What's the old boy named Ryan Clark? Wasn't he undrafted? His son got undrafted. His son was undrafted. Right after the draft, his son got drafted.
I can't remember if Ryan Clark was drafted. If he was drafted, it was late.
It was late. It was super late. His son got drafted.
Ryan Clark just turned into something crazy.
Right. I wonder what his son going to do. Because I feel the same way. Like the way you feel about Shiloh, I feel the same way about Ryan Clark's son.
Nobody's talking about Ryan Clark's son.
Because even in college, I was like,
but some people are better in that pro environment than they were in college.
And that's why I feel about Shiloh as well. I think the pro environment will be different because there's a lot of different schemes and movements for them. In college, ain't but much. He was a headhunter anyway.
I mean,
he was more of a headhunter than he was. This guy broke down a tape, which I really like. This guy, I can't think of this white guy name. I follow his channel, and I love how he breaks down footage and tape. And he was like, and he broke down a ton of Shiloh footage and tape, and he was like, he even said he's a headhunter, but he goes for the ball all the time. He always knocks the ball out. He said he really broke this man tape down from Jackson State to Colorado. And I was like, that's a good way. I love how he breaks down the tape. Like he would literally, you could see he takes the time to go through tape, break it down, and then post it. That's probably why his channel does it so well. But the way he broke that shit down, I was like, I really enjoyed that.
How was Deion actually coaching the corners?
Right.
Is he coaching them the way he
played? Right.
That might work for Travis Hunter.
Right.
But Shiloh,
that's not the same player.
You know what I'm saying? He's not running a 4-3.
Nope.
And just going from one side of the field to one side of the field while the ball is in the air.
Right.
So if you coaching him on that, he's gonna get toasted all the time.
Right.
So I mean, I want to see everybody do well. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to see what they're gonna do, what Jacksonville is gonna do with Travis. Jacksonville ain't really known for developing nothing.
They're just gonna keep losing.
Okay.
What you mean what they gonna do? And he'll probably be hurt by the 6th game of the season.
Yeah. He's trying to do too much.
And that might end his whole career.
Because what did he get drafted as?
He gets like 5'10", 160, man. Mm-hmm. Running fast in the NFL gets your head taken off.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, come here. Oh, yeah. Okay, you fast.
He gonna have to put, I don't know. I hate to say people need to put weight on, but he's going to have to do something.
Michael Parsons runs like a 4.5.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it because of Michael Parsons. I'm saying because he's a linebacker, defensive end.
Yeah, this is the league.
So he's coming at you with 4.5 speed, and you 160?
Jalen Carter runs a 4.5.
Bruh.
Jalen Carter.
So we're
calling out our teams.
You're running a 4.3, and this guy's coming at you 4.5, and he got you by 110 pounds.
Maybe 200 pounds.
Man, death becomes you, bro.
Shit. Dog. That's why I say Jalen Carter hit the corners of the gaps. He coming full speed. Your quarterback is toast.
It's a good talent, though. I mean, Jacksonville.
It's just a shithole
But
team.
it has to rebuild one day. It doesn't have to, but hopefully rebuild some way. I mean, when they got
they've been trying to figure out a rebuild since boy was over there.
Well, when they got Trevor Lawrence, they figured that was beginning.
That was crazy how his game diminished.
Did his game diminish, or he just don't have the right pieces? I don't care who you are, quarterback. If you ain't got a good offensive line,
don't have one,
and at least some good receivers or a good running back,
somebody got to throw to.
Good tight end.
Somebody got to pass. You got to, and that's what quarterbacks need more than anything. And I'm glad that's being highlighted. Tight ends. You got that middle, someone that run up the middle, someone that can shoot a corner.
Lamar Jackson has never been without a top tier tight end.
Facts.
And if you want to take it to another level,
Tom
Brady has never. Tom Brady at one time had two Hall of Fame tight ends on one team.
Two.
That's crazy.
Two. Dog, and for Gronk to say Hernandez was better than me.
He had no choice. He was way better than him.
He was better than me, man.
Way better than him. Hernandez had the speed of a wide receiver.
Yep. In the body of a defensive lineman.
Hey, man. What could have been?
What could have been? Yo, and I had this, yo. What's your thoughts on sports podcasts? Are there too many, and which ones stand out to you?
I can't say it's too many because free world. We have a podcast.
Right. We don't have a sports podcast.
I do. That's what I'm saying. It's still a podcast.
Could have been five.
Some people say it's too many podcasts.
We could have been five as a sports podcast. I just put that out there.
Then you saying yourself, is it too much? Then you just add another one.
I'm just asking a question, bro.
But then you add another one. That was too much.
I'm a businessman.
Well, that's why I say I think it's fine.
Okay.
But as far as what I like, I like Gil's Arena.
Me too.
I'm going to see if I can name five.
I can't.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I like Club 520.
Yeah.
I like Out the Mud. Love Out the Mud.
Yeah, I love Out the Mud too. Shit,
I like Pivot.
Okay. Yeah.
I still like All the Smoke because with Vernon Maxwell on there, it's like a whole new show to me.
Okay.
I like Vernon Maxwell more so than them.
All right.
I'm not a big fan of Steven Jackson sometimes.
Right.
I mean, I'm cool with Matt, but Steven Jackson sometimes just, But I would say no five.
Okay.
Nightcap,
Nah, I don't consider that a sports podcast. They talk about some sports, but it's a lot of current event bullshit talk.
That's five. I might have missed one or two.
It's one I highlighted the other day. It was one I highlighted the other day. I can't, and I watch it all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
Knicks fan TV. That's my joint.
I watch it all the time. It's a particular podcast I watch because that's all they do is talk sports, which I love because I just want to hear sports. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear a sports conversation. I definitely like Gil's Arena, man. I more than what I thought I was going to continue. Like they improved so much, bro. And Gilbert Arenas, bro, he is a master at fucking with the people. When this motherfucker showed up to the set in the hominy clown outfit, I was like, yo, is good at what he does, man.
Nah, he's very, very high IQ of basketball.
Yeah, he definitely is.
People wouldn't have really imagined. Like Nick Young and Rashad McCants, I think they just on the show to say stupid shit.
Yeah. Sometimes Nick be on point, but yeah.
Nick Young is bugged out. So.
Yeah, he is. He is definitely.
He never knows who's on the court.
Never.
He don't know who plays for who.
Nah, he doesn't.
And it's crazy to me when they talk about the Knicks, because I'm like, y'all don't watch no games. None.
I think they probably made that clear that they don't really watch that shit, bro.
Rashad be watching.
Yeah. But Rashad weird, bro.
He picks the teams he watches. I know he watches the Knicks.
Rashad weird, bro.
I don't like the fact that he's going after, not necessarily going after, but
he's going after
his
old teammates
and stuff. And I remember watching him play in college. I remember watching him play pro.
Me too.
He's a professional victim, man.
Thank you. Thank you. He don't own up to nothing that he does, bro.
You had opportunities, but you're going to blame Dwayne Casey for being your coach. You're going to blame a system in college for you not leading the nation in scoring.
It's weird to me, bro. Dog, if you look at it, everywhere he's been, he's blamed someone else for his transgressions or issues as a player.
He could have transferred. He had to stay in Carolina.
I agree.
You didn't have to go to the press and say all the stuff you said either. And then you're going to act like people mistreated you because you was messing with one of the Kardashians.
But that's not why people stop talking with you, bro.
You was with Chloe, son.
Right. No one cared about Chloe. Shit. No one cared about Chloe when Lamar Odom was with her.
Both of y'all should have kept it to yourself. You don't get no high five for that.
Nah, man. But that's the corny part about it. I think he does I can't find it. I don't feel like looking no more. He does a lot of corny stuff. I'll say this. You got Gilbert Arenas who owns up to why things went the way he shows accountability to why things went the way. But Gilbert shows he shows accountability to why certain things happened in his career. You know what I'm saying? He will own up to it. He yelled on, it was my fault. No, you had opportunity. No, it was my fault why this happened. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, no, I worked hard. That's why I got, no, you had a coach gave you opportunity. I didn't get opportunity. No, you got opportunity. You didn't own up to your, I was like, when Gil told Rashad, you didn't own up to your opportunity. When you look at, what's his name? The other coach, what's the dude's name, bro?
Oh, Brandon Jennings?
No, I'm drawing a brain fart right now.
I mean, Kenyon Martin.
When Kenyon Martin told him, like, yo, bro, you act like we didn't see you play. like you act like we didn't all play together, bro. You got to own up to some things.
Rashad does act like
niggas wasn't there.
Yeah, like you Brandon Jennings sometimes be like, bro,
we don't remember that play.
Yeah.
When he was on he was on Out the Mud when he said I could have scored 81 and then wasn't they said 81 what? Yeah. He said points, Kobe. He's like, hey man, this is Out the Mud. Yo, he was like, we're gonna end this. We're not doing this with him.
First of all, he must have a good publicist or something.
Because he stay on interview.
He shouldn't have been on Out the Mud.
Nah.
They need to bring out Vernon Maxwell or somebody, man.
Nah. I mean, he's being on there because he did get it out the mud. He wasn't you know what I'm saying? He was a lottery pick.
But he got out the mud. He came from Asheville?
Got out the mud. Ain't nobody know Asheville, nigga. Shit, Asheville ain't nothing but a bunch of trees and woods, nigga.
Hey, bro, if you're going to tell a story of how an idiot becomes a bigger idiot, you the champ.
Went to UNC as a big idiot.
I mean,
he could have been so much more.
You're the only person to leave UNC complaining about UNC. UNC, for a long time, you were guaranteed a first-round draft pick out of Carolina every year for a good 20, 25-year run. Dudes that shouldn't even been first-round picks was becoming first-round picks because they came from that school.
Bro, the complaint that your coach didn't walk with you or as you was getting drafted, to me, that shows you was a problem, bro.
Why he got to walk with you?
Because he said he was, and he did it with the other players that
Everybody
got on the
don't do
team
that.
that got drafted with him.
Everybody don't do that, son.
No,
That's some WNBA shit. You
Roy
feel
wasn't
me?
fucking with you, bro. Roy wasn't fucking with you
Bro.
like that. Let's move out of sports, man. Let's move out of sports. We've been here for yo. Where have we been, Trey?
Life be life, bro.
You know, we normally be on the pod game.
Hey, man.
Life be life, and because and the reason why I put that as a topic because I've been asked that, yo, man, when y'all bring a black male podcast, there's no new episodes, and then I see your man. That's what they always say. I see your man post the old clips. Man, y'all be cooking. What happened?
Why don't you comment on the clip then, my nigga? How about you do that?
I did say that.
Whoever it is.
I did say that.
And I ain't pointing you out. I said it to
I did say
everybody. If you don't comment, you don't like, you don't share, we don't know you there.
Yep.
So
I said the same thing. I'm tired of people just click
Don't
watching.
come to me and ask me nothing if you ain't being engaged.
Yeah, I'm tired of people.
Everybody
watching.
I know that's engaged are people I don't know.
Yeah, same thing here.
And all the people that know, when I ask, oh man, when you dropping this? When you dropping this? Woodoo, 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 woodoo.
That was a nerve that I knew that was going to get hit.
son,
I knew it.
Y'all killing me, man. That's why I don't care if it's the pod. I don't care if it's music or
Right.
anything. Everybody always asks stupid ass questions. The shit easy to find, my nigga.
It is easy to find.
Life be lifing.
Life
If
definitely
you ain't
lifing.
supporting what people is doing, sometimes they gotta take breaks, man.
Yeah. Life be life, and we both had
This
some
is
personal
therapeutic,
stuff
and when the
going
personal
on.
stuff is heavy,
Yes,
and people
sir.
are not supporting you with your creative aspects, sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta fall back.
Gotta
You gotta fall back and look at it,
Yep.
and think, all right, when I come back, I'm gonna attack it a little bit differently. I ain't lose my love for it, but it got a little
Look
clutter.
cluster. Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
you
no.
gotta declutter.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
And all y'all that be talking about y'all be watching something, yo, y'all clutter, man.
I definitely agree, bro. I definitely agree. It's been quite a lot of clutter. So
Them
it's
likes ain't liking.
nah.
Them likes ain't liking, man.
I understand.
And the views ain't viewing.
Nope. Not like you used to.
Niggas just be talking.
Especially on the old clips. On clips, me and Erica coming up with a plan right now. I'm about to release a bunch of clips. I'm gonna do a bunch of YouTube shorts, a couple of things. But you know, that's business behind the scenes.
I only do clips for advertising.
Right.
Meet new people.
Yeah.
People
yeah.
that already know about the show, I don't care if y'all see a clip because y'all playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The people that used to interact, you know, maybe fell off, went somewhere else, whatever. We've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I just hate when people approach and ask questions like that.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
man,
Life
y'all
be
still
life.
doing that podcast, man?
Like, yeah, we still doing it. It's been 100 and some episodes,
I
dog.
ain't
We
seen a
needed a break.
smartphone yet that don't got Google, man.
Right. We need a break, dog.
Relax, man. You know what I'm saying? Relax, you know, my man Mary got a family.
Yup.
You know, I got elderly parents.
Yeah.
I got to do for a lot, and it takes a lot of time, man.
Yo, quick one. When men dating young women, why is there a double standard for women that date young men?
That's only when you black.
Huh?
When you white, nobody cares.
That was my next one. Also,
Mick
white
Jagger,
men do
81.
it.
His lady
There's
about
an
30.
issue. Who?
Mick Jagger, 81. That girl about 28, 30.
Yep. And you got Bill Belichick. He's 76. Shorty is 24.
Well, Woody Allen married like a 16-year-old girl.
Long time ago.
Elvis- Elvis Presley was doing it
that
too.
was his stepdaughter.
I wasn't even going to hit you with that.
That was an adopted daughter. I mean,
Hey, talk to him.
when he got married his adopted daughter. She,
We got to cut that out, man.
I remember that.
I ain't even going to do that. I ain't even going to go up into that thing. Pause. He wildin'.
He wildin', bro. He was wildin'.
You supposed to be taking her to cheerleading camp, but you looking at her with a little skirt on. All nasty and buzzing.
You was supposed to move past it.
Nah, man, I just thought about it, man. You fat. That girl playing soccer and you watching her.
Yo, he married his adopted daughter.
Hey, man, Belichick girl, gangster though.
Yeah.
They try to ask her all them questions. She was like, nah, we ain't talk about that.
Yup. She shut it down.
I'm like, damn, where's she from?
Yeah, she shut it down. Yeah, she playing as his publicist. She's everything for him that they brought out. You know what I mean? They was going to do Hard Knocks at UNC. She shut that down too.
But what I don't like is when people be like, that's disgusting. And I'm like,
I don't see nothing disgusting about that.
what's disgusting about it?
I don't see nothing disgusting about
Every woman
it.
I
She grown up, man.
But it's like some of the women I be seeing, they be like, there's no way I mess with somebody my son age. I be like, somebody your son age do not want
Won't
you.
you? Thank you.
Cause I
And
see
you ain't got enough money. You ain't got no money. You got them damn you got the what you like to say, them damn lunch lady arms. Ain't nobody fucking with that. Ain't nobody fucking with
Lunch
that.
lady arms, boy. Take her swimming. She see what it is.
Yeah, bat wings. Ain't
Let me
nobody
show them
fucking
lunch
with
lady
that,
arms.
man.
Yeah.
Shit.
She got them flippity flappers.
Fucking bat wings.
Nah, man.
And you can't get on your knees long enough for back shots.
I'm just saying,
Your
like,
mouth always hurting. Man, get out of here.
As adults, whatever makes you happy, nobody needs to be judging it. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna now messing with these underage girls and stuff like that. That's a different
Yeah.
animal. I mean, that's
But what's
not
underage? What's the underage limit? 18 below, 19 below, 20 below,
I mean,
21 below.
When you at our age and older, I think anything under 21 should be off limits, man. As far as, I mean, if you meet somebody and you have a little rendezvous, you don't know old shit.
Right.
I'm talking about these niggas have relationships with these girls, man.
Right.
Been with her 5 years and she's 24. Then you think about it, you're like, wait a minute. He said 5 years. What?
Shorty was. They come around here doing
Yeah,
it.
right? It was 19 when you got started.
That's legal though.
I mean,
That's the sad part about it,
I
bro.
just gave my opinion.
I get
It's
no,
not
I'm with
crime.
you, but I'm just saying, other side, devil's advocate, that's still legal.
Bro, it's not too many men 50, 60 years old that's going to turn down some 18-year-old excitement.
Yeah, we're just not going to televise it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got sense about yourself, you're not going to be public, but,
Right.
I mean, it might go down, man.
It's a lot of these women, bro. My first time was with a grown ass woman. Grown woman.
That's what I said.
First time.
It's preference.
Y'all, we got to stop acting like this shit
It's
don't
preference.
happen, dog.
It's preference, man. It's preference. And a lot of women that do it be the women that you would never think
Right.
would do it with a young guy. For whatever, like Tracy Ellis Ross said, she likes young guys. Everybody losing their mind.
Yeah.
She basically just saying to me, she like young dudes blowing her back out. She don't want to have no conversation about life.
Nope.
She don't want to.
Dog, you got Cher. She dated young. You got fucking Madonna.
Madonna looks nasty.
Now she does. But at one point, she kept a young dude on her arm.
Hey,
She looked disgusting. She looked like a meth head.
she looks scary.
Fuck it.
Drake's at her birthday.
I believe it. So I smell like ass, old white ass.
Hey, she be spreading the buns.
What's the chick that Ashton Kutcher was like with for the longest?
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Come on, yo. I think also when a woman does it, it's like, yeah, get your groove, girl, get your groove. A man does it, he's grooming her. It's get your groove for women.
Yeah.
He's grooming as a man. Like, yo, I ain't grooming a goddamn thing. Shorty approached me.
But
She
still-
knew who I was and what I do.
Still, to this day, we still got so much to learn with, relationships and how we deal,
Right,
with our sexual relationships.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you choose to be a promiscuous person, then you can be that.
Right.
It's not for us to judge.
I'm never judging anybody.
But a
for
lot
what they
of
do.
people have unrealistic expectations. What happens is you get in your 50s, and then you missed out on so many quality years. Like a lot of women want to applaud being single.
Yeah, they doing
Right.
that a lot. Like,
Now, being single is not a death sentence, but I find it hard to believe that women are being single on purpose.
right,
You have a couple bad relationships with 2 people, 3 people that you knew wasn't shit in the first place.
right.
Now you just running around talking about how men ain't no good and
Right.
this, that, or whatever. I'm not buying that.
Right.
Because I'm never going to go around and act like women ain't no good.
Right.
Have I met a lot of good women in my life? Of course not. But hell, I used to drink all the time.
Yeah, right.
I used to drink. I used to run the streets.
She was you always a good man.
But when I slowed, compared to the person I am now, no. But
Yeah, that's what I'm
when I
saying.
slowed myself down and stepped back away from life,
Right.
better people came my way. I mean, it's just the fact
Just
of life.
perfect life. You're right.
It's the fact of life. But people don't want to say that. If you want to be single, just be that. Don't bash men in the process.
I'm with you there.
Even men, if you want to be promiscuous, cool. Don't be like all
Don't
women
be
are bitches.
Right. Ain't no
They
need
all
to do that.
hoes. I'm
I'm not
feeling
with that neither. I'm not feeling that either.
I'm walking off.
I'm
I'm
with
not
you.
even defending anybody.
I'm with you there.
You're just too stupid right now. I'm done.
Right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you 1,000%. I'm with you 1,000% on that. Yo, so we getting out of that. Let's talk a little quick hip hop, bro. Is mainstream. I'm talking mainstream hip hop dead.
I don't even know what mainstream is anymore because I don't listen to any of it.
I mean, good question. Good question.
You know
Good
what I'm
answer.
saying? Does it even still have value? I mean, I guess terrestrial radio will always have some kind of power
Right.
because there still are people that listen to it. Because if they didn't, it wouldn't be there anymore.
That's a fact.
But that's all about advertising. I mean, the playlist is still closed. It's been closed.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, mainstream is just a limited box.
Right.
And, you know, I'm not going to knock it because it's always been a mainstream.
Right.
It used to be more flexible.
It
than
definitely
is
used to
now.
be a lot more flexible.
But the independent, being independent has more power now than it used to have.
Does
It's just not a.
Or
It's
are
not
they
a, it's
faking
not a visible
independent?
power.
Because there's a lot of people faking independence. That's not really independent.
Well, it's true. I had a conversation with somebody about that before. Nah, man, they're independent. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna argue
nah,
with
they're
you.
not really independent.
You hear them getting airplay on terrestrial radio. They're not recording out of the complex. Somebody got some grip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just not putting.
Especially if
put
it's
the tag on there.
especially if it's in ready rotation. I'm not talking about your local radio. If you're really on iHeart and your music is being on from station to station, you've paid for that. That costs a couple of dollars.
Hey, man.
You got to have a marketing budget, and a lot of independent acts don't have that marketing budget. Okay, they may have, or they have a high level investor. Now you're still independent with a high level investor.
Even with
but if
the
you
press
have a
runs.
Sony, if you have one of these little backings, something.
Even
you know,
with
you're
the
not independent.
media, if you're seeing them on all of these platforms,
Yeah.
all at the same time.
Yep. That costs.
Yeah.
That's millions of dollars. That's
Indies,
yeah.
everything's spread out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When
And
that
they're
money-
not on those high level interviews neither as an independent. You on
it's
a kind of
mid-level.
you with LaShawn Jones talking on his platform. That's what you would. You with me.
Hey.
Like that's a real thing.
I've been there.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've given a lot of acts their first interview, or they come my way when they're doing a mid-tier run. It just is what it is. There's a
with
place
that,
for it.
Even with that, I say with artists underestimate the power of media
Yes.
and catalog.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying that based on myself or nothing, just observations.
Right.
Because everything is archived.
Yes.
So when they Google you, they see it, and you never
Right.
know where a show was going to go.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying? And being a part of their catalog as well, that gives people access to you. The more access a person has to you, as an
I think
artist, the better you are.
take all media serious when you
Yeah,
get it.
even
Go there
with streaming.
prepared. Go there to talk. Go there to entertain.
Even with streaming, if you want catalogs off of streaming, man, just build you a catalog, bro.
Yeah.
Like you putting out this one album with 30 songs on it, like you
Nah. Not as an independent.
you tripping, bro.
Nah, it looks better having multiple EPs than it would to have one project with 30 records. Split that thing up, multiple EPs.
About to stack them.
Yep. Multiple things.
January next year, you're gonna see 80 EPs in that movie. And all of them gonna say 2025. You're gonna be like, man, what this dude all year?
Is there an age limit to when you do music?
If you want it to be,
Okay.
that's on you. If I play you something, you don't know how old I am.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But you gonna look at the video and I got a great beard, you got a problem with it? If it ain't for you, keep scrolling.
Right.
Ain't nobody asked for your comment anyway. Maybe it's not for you.
Right.
You know, I mean, no other genre of music ever even has this conversation. And it's disappointing that hip hop still has to have this conversation. Because you got this younger generation, you got this older generation. And neither generation is fond of the generational gap.
No.
Right? But nobody wants to take a step. When I say nobody, I'm saying that loosely.
Right.
Nobody wants to take a step to close that gap.
Right.
You just want to stay bitter because you expect the
But
other side to be a
yes,
certain way.
Right.
And it's not necessarily true.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And hip hop has been around so long, there's so many levels of it. You
Right.
know, now, auto-tune ain't going nowhere. You got some people that's just auto-tune heavy.
Right.
That's their world.
Right.
You don't hear a word. It's
Nah.
just robot dancing machine music the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And then you still got the gangster stuff. You're always
Right.
going to have it.
You're always gonna have it.
You know, you got
It's
your
a
gun
place for
talk,
it.
you got the coke talk.
I kind of love it. I still need
You know
it
what I'm
from time
saying?
to time.
You know, you got the violence, then you got the laid back stuff.
Right.
You know, you still got your storytellers. There's so
Right.
many different, like your playlist can go so many ways and still be hip hop.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So how could you put an age limit on that, man? You go through so many things in life that can be expressed.
And if it's dope, yo, if you
That's
it don't
all
matter
that
if
matters,
it's dope,
if
that's
it's
all
dope.
that really
Now,
matters.
if
You make
you-
a good music.
I mean, if you 58 and you whack,
That's a
you
different
too
story.
old to be whack.
You got time.
Is there age limit on being whack? Yes. I don't know what that age is. And I'm not talking about you hear it and you don't like it.
Right.
I'm talking about the shit just whack.
Right.
And there's some whack stuff out there.
Yeah, it is.
I've heard some stuff like, God, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You actually pay for the studio time.
That's how they did that shit at the house.
You pay for that equipment? Damn, car need new tires and shit. Son, you wow.
But man, we done, bro. That was it, man. We back at it. New episode. Hopefully we can stay consistent. We're gonna do our part. You know what I mean? If things happen, we'll figure out other ways to bring this to you guys. But anything you want to add, man? Anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to talk about? You know how we do. Let's end it. Last words.
Well, I'm gonna end it with this, man. A lot of times with life obstacles, man, it gets overwhelming and you feel like you're in a situation that you can't handle. But the truth and reality of it is the life you've lived up until this point has given you the tools.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It has given you the methods of dealing with these obstacles and dealing with these situations. If you can just step back from your life and just actually look at what's going on, the tools of life have prepared you for these obstacles along this journey. We just have to learn how to keep our mind decluttered and step back from it. Sometimes people that you love won't understand what you're doing. They won't understand your movement. But sometimes we can do a better job of also explaining what we're going through to the people we love that are trying to love us. We have to have grace for the ones that love us, and we also have to be kind to ourselves.
Yes, we do.
I made it sound easy, but it damn
it is,
sure
man.
ain't.
It's not. It's not easy at all.
This Straight Out the Black Belt Podcast, Love Mad. 1985, love makes a difference.
All right, everybody, man. My name is TallShon. TS is who I am.
Straight Out is who I am.
All right, man. This is Black Male Podcast, man. Make sure you stream, follow, watch, tell a friend to tell a friend, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.
Yo.